make sure I can see you. Okay. All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would first like to congratulate both families. Some of you may be wondering during the past couple days, who is that white guy hanging around Paul all the time? My name is Seth or Seth, and I am Paul's oldest cousin. When Paul asked me to say a few things, I was really excited. I saw it as an opportunity to talk about a great hero of mine, a wonderful, handsome, kind-hearted man who is admired by many. But then I showed it to my wife, and she ripped it up saying, "For once in your life, Seth, stop talking about Batman." It's tradition to tell embarrassing stories about the groom. In this case, my cousin and my friend. Well, friend for the next 5 minutes at least. Let's talk about Paul. Well, he hasn't always been as handsome and refined as you see him sitting there today. You're looking at the finished product of years of cognitive growth and some slight mutations. During his early stages, he was quite energetic, very excited, and always hungry to sink his teeth into something or even someone. Paul's hair was tied into 2 little buns on top of his head. I really think they were tied to make it more aerodynamic while darting at his victim. I'll never forget seeing that silhouette of Mickey Mouse heading towards me at breakneck speed. I also was an accomplice for most of the accidents, I'll call them accidents, at my family parties. He and I would get very excited when we first met at any family function. When we were together, we were an unstoppable force. We couldn't leave an uncle's house until there were at least 3 things broken in the basement. It wasn't only our fault, you know. I blame it on Vanilla Ice and Chris Cross. We crank up Vanilla Ice and perform impressive dance moves such as the Running Man and boggle minds with our moonwalk and backspin. I bet Paul's hoping they don't play Vanilla Ice tonight, or Ice Ice Baby. Paul was not only an accomplished dancer, he was quite the artist as well. Paul would make beautiful, colorful birthday cards for each cousin on their birthday, and I must say they were pretty good. Considering the large number of cousins and the number of years he made them for, he could have opened his own Hans Market shop. I may still have a few, 1 or 2 of them laying around. Paul and I are close because we spent a lot of time with each other. I was either at his house or he was at mine. At his house, I remember spending long hours on Mario Kart, nights at Quasi amusement parks, eating mangoes and various used for many things. I can't even imagine how many milkshakes and ice cream and juice and anything. Playing with Ghostbusters and Ninja Turtles. We loved Ninja Turtles. In fact, we would go up this road into the woods to the water company. We would jump over streams of water like ninjas in training, find sticks and craft them into functional weaponry we could use against anyone who dared to cross us. Uncle kept a pair of real nunchucks in the basement. Paul would slowly take them out when no one was around, and we would look at them with awe, and then quickly put them back for fear of being caught by his dad. We were a team and always have been. He would come over and spend time with my family as well. At my house, we did the exact same things as we did at his house. I guess you could say we were creatures of habit. However, I had a pool. we were like fish in that pool. We jumped onto boogie boards, did spinning jumps, played Marco Polo, did flips, and various other tricks as well. But I remember Paul's first encounter with the pool. It was a quiet summer day, all was calm, and Paul was sitting quietly on the pool steps. My father and I were preoccupied with some daunting task in the yard. All of a sudden, we heard a violent splashing and screams of terror filled the air. We came over quick. Paul was gasping for air. He was in the middle of the pool. It was very terrifying and scary for Paul. I didn't know what to do. Jump in and save him? Throw something out to him? Or use the skimmer pole for him to grab onto? Then I heard my father scream, "Stand up! Stand up!" Just then, Paul put his feet down and rose out of the water, well above his waist. He was in the middle of the shallow end. Years went by and we grew older. It soon became time for me to go to college. Paul helped me move in that day. It was upsetting because I knew I wouldn't see him as much. We kept in touch, and our friendship remained strong even to this day. We may not have those dance moves, however, we are still an unstoppable force. Paul and I became young men and did the sort of things young men do. We went out to the casino, we go to bars, we go to clubs, we work out, spend time at the beach, and so on and so on. Though being older doesn't mean you have to grow up, or does it? As pathetic as we are, we had dared each other to go to the midnight release of Modern Warfare 2 and get our copy. Yes, everyone, it's a video game. Trying to be mature men and justify this act we were about to commit, we were telling each other, yeah, I'm not getting it. I've got to work the next day. I'm not a loser. Later that night, we both called each other around 11:30 and discovered that we had both gone to our local game store and were waiting in line to purchase this game with the rest of the Rhodes Scholars. How many years ago was this, you ask? It was November. Our wives still think we behave like boys. I guess I would have to agree. Considering your obsession, your high-maintenance car, immense number of shoes, and everlasting passion for video games, Pooja has put up with so much, and I can see it on her face and through her actions, that she loves you infinitely. Pooja and Paul met at Gurdwaras, however their love blossomed over the years during college. In fact, I think no one would disagree that Paul put considerably more effort into winning Pooja than anything he did at the university. He earned a prestigious degree, but he left the university with something much more important than that. He left with a new best friend. When Paul and Pooja were together, all of their friends in college knew they had something special, and knew that this day was only a matter of time in coming. Our unstoppable force has since grown to 4 members, including my wife, Shailene, and our family has acquired 2 beautiful sisters and a new set of uncles and aunties. Paul, you have never been playing the role of a cousin. I have seen you as my brother. Paul never ceases to amaze me with his kindness. He has listened to me through many a crisis. He gives without any thought of reward. He is a role model of a true friend. Anyone in this room could confirm this. It's a wonderful honor to be standing here today to help honor Paul and Pooja. Thank you.